Hi, I'm Renee Matson, Executive Director of the Greater Minnesota Regional Parks and Trails Commission. I want to tell you about a great new tool you can find on our website, our Impact Map. This map is an interactive tool designed to help you, the user, learn more about the facilities that have received Clean Water, Land, and Legacy Amendment investments in Greater Minnesota. So across the 80 counties in our 6 districts, you can learn more about what investments have been made in a particular park or trail, in a certain city, a county, a region, or statewide. This map allows you to dig deeper, find out exactly what's been done at your favorite park, learn more about the dollars that were spent in both legacy and our community investment partners. You'll see maps, pictures, you'll learn more about what the overall plan is for this facility, and you can find out as much or as little as you want to know about the investments that the Clean Water, Land, and Legacy Amendment has allowed us to make in Greater Minnesota.
Hi everyone, this is Joe Chapeski, your System Plan Coordinator with the Greater Minnesota Regional Parks and Trails Commission. I'm here today to give you the tutorial, the ins and outs, the ups and downs of the Impact Map for the Greater Minnesota Legacy System. If you're familiar with our website, you'll know that this is the homepage, GMRPTCommission.org. For the Impact Map, you are going to want to go to the tab across the top that says Regional System, and then float down to Impact Map and click on the Impact Map link. And that will take you to the site where we've got all the information you need about our Impact Map, including a little bit of background information. This might be where you found the tutorial video. And then further down, you will find here the map. Click on the map to actually go to the website. You'll read a little bit of a welcome intro from the Commission. Click on OK. At this point, you have entered the Greater Minnesota Regional Parks and Trails Commission's Impact Map. Welcome to everything you want to know about legacy-funded projects across the 85 facilities of the Greater Minnesota system. We will walk through the features on this map to show you how to use it, how to access information, and how you can learn the story of Greater Minnesota legacy parks and trails. What you're looking at on this map includes a dash bar on the left-hand side, a toolbar across the top, and filters and facility lists down the right-hand side. The main map shows all of the facilities of the Greater Minnesota system according to color-coded dots by their classification. You can also zoom into the map using the scroll bar on your keyboard or on your mouse, or using the 2 buttons in the upper left-hand corner of the map. Let's start by taking a quick look at the toolbar across the top. The first button on the toolbar is a legend. That legend shows what classification each of the different colored dots represents, whether it be a natural resource-based regional park. The second is a special recreation feature park. The third, the blue dot, is a regional trail. This could be motorized or non-motorized. Typically it is a 10-foot wide paved trail. You'll see that these trails are linear types of facilities, even though they're represented by single dots. Recognize that those dots represent something that can be a connection between different areas or regions of the state. And finally, the fourth classification is a supportive partnership. You can also see the boundaries showing the different districts across the state. There are 6 districts in Greater Minnesota, and of course that excludes the Twin Cities metropolitan area. The next button includes map layers. Now this automatically starts off showing GMRPTC facility funding and district boundaries. You can also turn on various other layers, probably the most important ones being our GMRPT facilities. If you click that button, it'll show you more in depth the actual shape files for those trails or parks. And you can zoom in and take a look at those. You can also click on the Minnesota DNR data. This layer will show you all of the different DNR trails, parks, forests, and other amenities. So you get a feel for the recreation potential of any given area and how the Greater Minnesota system coordinates with the state, metropolitan, and federal systems. And finally, the last one is population centers. The major population centers across the state. You can shut each of these tabs by clicking the X or the up arrow. The next one, the search button, allows you to look for any particular Greater Minnesota Park. The next button, the Base Map Gallery, hosts a variety of different overlays that you can put into the map. These maps and backgrounds will help you understand how different features interact with recreation amenities across the state. And finally, a little help button with a couple of simple items that can help you to understand how this map works as you move away from this tutorial and into the map itself. All right, let's next take a look at the dashboard on the left-hand side. This is the heart of the system, funding summary on the left-hand side, that all 85 facilities in Greater Minnesota system are shown on the map. You can see that so far for completed projects, Legacy has invested over $58 million into Greater Minnesota. And just as importantly, your local cities and counties and other jurisdictions have raised and donated over $23 million as local match towards that investment. Those are new dollars that are generated locally to help support the projects. Below that, you can see the number of facilities in each of the 4 classifications in the system. If you want to, as you're working through this system and exploring the map, you can expand or shrink the menus on the side or along the bottom by pressing on the little green arrow button. Over on the right, what this shows you are several filters that can help you to take a look at different geography and other features of the Greater Minnesota system. In the upper right, if we start with the first filter, which is by district, you can take a look at any of the districts 1 through 6 that may contain facilities. There are some instances where we've got facilities that cross district lines, typically a trail, and they may list both districts, such as District 1 and 2 in this particular case. That will show you the Mesabi Trail. And you can click on District 3 and it will show you on the dashboard, in addition to zooming in on the district, that there are currently 14 facilities in District 3, and that a total of $11 million has been invested and completed in District 3, with over $5 million in local match. The facilities in District 3 include 8 natural resource parks, 3 special feature parks, and 3 trails with over 2,700 acres of parks. That is the district filter. You can also go through and look at the year that any particular facility was designated, or look at them by year class. And this information, quite honestly, needs a little bit of updating, but it can be very helpful. And finally, the lead organization. If you want to look at District 3 or any district or statewide, you can go through here and look at all of the facilities that may be in a particular city or county, such as Douglas County. You can see that they have 2 facilities, Kensington Park and Lake Brophy Park. If we were to go back and look at all facilities across the state, all 85 facilities, you'll also see a list of those facilities on the lower right-hand side under the filter. So you can simply go through there and explore that list if you want. You can also scroll into any point in the map and take a look at those facilities, look at any of the dots. They'll have a name associated with them, and you can click on that link. What we would like to do next is to pick out a facility or 2 and just go through them. But let's take a look at the Gull Lake Trail. If you remember, I've got a map legend turned on for the shape of the trail, but we want to click on the dot for the trail, the Gull Lake Trail's dot. You can also pick it out from the side over here on the visible facilities. So either of those ways will help you to pop up with this chart, this little pop-up box, and it will show you everything that you probably need to know about the Gull Lake Trail. You can see that the lead organization is the City of Lakeshore. There's a link to a facility website for many of these facilities, but not all. That is run by the local jurisdiction, not the commission. It will also show you the regional significance statement. Now, this is a part of the master plan. The master plan is important because it is what that facility hopes to be over time, including with the investment of legacy dollars as well as local dollars and effort. For the City of Lakeshore, with the Gull Lake Trail and all of its partners, including East Gull Lake, Fairview Township, and Nisswa, those 4 communities have worked together to write what is regionally significant about the Gull Lake Trail. And then continue to scroll down to read the year it was designated, the number of miles of the trail, how much has been invested so far. This does not include currently open grants, but the grants that have been completed and closed out, the amount of local match, and the total spent. Now I close that box. Let's take another look at the Gull Lake Trail for a particular project. Here we'll zoom in a little bit and take a little bit closer look at the Gull Lake Trail. If you want to learn more about the individual projects that have been funded by Legacy, you can go to this bar under funding applications. It shows that there have been 5 Legacy funded projects along the entire length of the trail. That includes all 4 jurisdictions that are involved. And here you can open up and take a look at the projects that have been funded by Legacy for the Gull Lake Trail. Let's take a look at a project that was approved in 2018. In this project, you can see that a little bit of fun as they cut the ribbon for that particular facility. And as you scroll down, you can see this project was led by the City of Lakeshore with Fairview Township, which in the overview said they sought to develop 7.8 miles of the Gull Lake Trail. A total Legacy investment of over $1.2 million and a total local match of $401,000. If you want to go back and take a look at another facility, all you have to do is scroll back out, close that screen, scroll back out using either your roller on your mouse or the keys in the upper left-hand portion of the screen. You can roll back out and take a look at all of the facilities in the system, either by the dots on the map or the listing on the lower right-hand side of the screen. Thank you for joining us as we learn more about the Greater Minnesota System. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us at any time. As you travel about the state, we hope that you'll use this map to understand the great investment that Legacy has provided for outdoor recreation in Greater Minnesota.
With the Impact Map, we hope that you'll find everything you want to know about Legacy in your community. But it's important to help others share this story. They may not know about the Greater Minnesota Regional System, and you do. So please tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your community. This is an incredible opportunity that Minnesotans have to share the legacy we have of the great outdoors. And you can learn more about what investments have been made in our state and the 80 counties in Greater Minnesota with this incredible new tool, our Impact Map.